What is up, you guys? We got some fights again this weekend. UFC Kansas City. Garry takes on Carlos Prates, and it's be a good one. We have some good fights this time. You know, one of the fight nights actually has some pretty fun fights. Not last week, but 2 weeks ago, UFC 314. I went like 8-3 in my picks, so 8-4, something like that. Pretty good week. Yeah, if you guys like the picks, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff helps out. Let's get into it. We're gonna start with the opening. What do we have? Evan Elder versus Gage Young. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Gage Young, I believe, stepping on short notice because that creep dude got arrested for some crazy SA stuff. Anyway, regardless, Gage Young stepping in on short notice. Gonna be a lightweight fight. I mean, I was looking at Gage Young's last few fights. I mean, he lost Contender Series. Probably not really UFC caliber, but hey, he's taking a shot. Coming in short notice. I think Evan Elder is in a win, if I can pronounce his name right. Evan Elder's in a win. Might get a finish. Who knows? But Gage Young will see. Make something crazy happen. But yeah, that's going to be the first fight of the night. Let's come up. Joselyne Edwards versus Chelsea Chandler. I'm going to go with Joselyne Edwards here. I think she's a better striker. I don't think she's going to get taken down, really. But I think she's going to be able to keep on the feet. Tall, lanky. Actually, they're the same height, 5'8". She looks like she's 6 foot or something. But anyway, I think she's going to be able to keep it standing on the feet, piecing her up, doing her thing. And yeah, should be a fight. And yeah, that's all the breakdown I have for that one. All right, next up we got Timmy Cuamba versus Roberto Romero. This one I'm going to go Roberto Romero. Timmy Cuamba is coming off of 2 losses, I believe. Roberto Romero is coming off 1 as well. I just like to, I mean, it's a loss, but Roberto Romero just looks better in his losses, and he's losing to better people, I'd say. He lost to David Onama, who's fighting later on this card, if I'm not mistaken. Both young, 25, 26, even odds, but I'm going to go Roberto Romero. I think he can probably tough out a decision here. I don't see a finish happening, really. But yeah, let's go Roberto Romero, 30-27. Same thing, I don't know if I said it, but Joselyne Edwards probably a decision as well. I don't see a finish happening there. Next up, we have Jaqueline Amorim versus Viana. Should be a fun fight. Good fight to watch. Keep your eyes on this fight. Yeah, I'm going to go Jaqueline Amorim. 9-1. Just seems like she knows what she's doing out there. Viana's like the last 2 or 3 straight, something like that. Both by finish. And yeah, I think Jaqueline Amorim probably going to get a takedown, get a sub, get a finish on the ground. First, second round, either TKO or sub. That's pretty much how Viana loses, gets taken down, just beat up. Yeah. I don't really have too much for these early fights. Jaqueline Amorim. Let's go with that. All right, Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cameron Saaiman. What a great name, Wellmaker. I'm going to go Cameron Saaiman on this one. I think he's probably taking some time off. Still really young, 24. He's coming off the loss to Payne Talbot. Bad loss. Got pieced up. I think he's probably, that was probably, a year ago now? Maybe a little bit more? Let's see. I think it was about a year ago. Yeah, a little bit over a year. I think he's smart. He's with a good gym. He trains with DDP over there in South Africa. I think he's, has a good coach behind him and everything. I know Wellmaker comes out, finishes, tons of finishes, and finishability. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just catches him, TKOs. A lot of really close fights, like really close odds on these fights. So I can see him going either way. He has a good chance to catch Cameron and finish him, But I think Cameron, he's young, has a good team behind him. Probably he's going to be making those adjustments, especially after getting that this kind of beat down he got from Payne Talbot. And yeah, I'm going to go Cameron Saaiman. I think he'll probably edge it out for a decision. I think his chin's going to be able to hold up this time. We'll see. Wellmaker come out and just starch him in the first round or something crazy like that, and that'd be pretty rough for Cameron. Pretty rough things for Cameron. I think he's lost 2 straight, or he's might have won in between there. I just looked at it and I already forgot, so let's see again. No, yep, lost 2 straight. He lost the prospect killer Christian Rodriguez, and then got beat by Payne Talbot. So hopefully he come out get a dub. I like Cameron Saaiman. We'll see what he can do here. All right, next up, Blackshear versus, I just looked up the name and I already forgot how to pronounce it. Alatenghelli, something like that. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm not picking him. Blackshear. I think he can do it. Get a sub most likely. Really nasty groundwork. There's some crazy submissions he gets. 5'5". Yikes, I didn't realize that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to Blackshear. I think he's going to be able to take him down. Maybe get him out of there in that first round. If not, I think he's going to probably get him in the second round. Snatch an arm. Get a rear naked choke something. Snatch a neck. Blackshear, I think, is just light years above him on the ground. I think he's going to be able to show his thing here. And yeah, it's kind of, he's one of those, not prospects, but one of those guys who's like, if he's going to make a run for it, it's now or never. I think it's his time. Blackshear, I think he can do it. Get a sub here, first, second round, maybe we'll see something like that. Hopefully, it'll be a fun fight. I think it'll be a fun fight at least. But yeah, wanted Blackshear here. Huge favorite, by the way, minus 425. One of the bigger favorites on the card, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Blackshear, second round sub. Let's go with that. All right, Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. Just one of those guys. Featherweight. Find a featherweight now? Weren't they bantamweights? Am I tripping? I guess they both moved up to featherweight. Unless ESPN's tripping. I could have sworn the guys were bantamweight. Didn't he beat Frankie Edgar and Pedro, or lost to Pedro Muniz? Anyway, I'm picking Chris Gutierrez. Doesn't matter what they're fighting at. I think he's just better. I think he's fought better competition. He beat Frankie Edgar, and he had that brief window of, wow, this guy might be something. Then he got his ass beat by Pedro Munoz. Yeah, I think he's fighting tougher competition. I think he lost to Yadong as well, and he just has more experience, probably more of a veteran in that sense. Has just more UFC experience against higher competition than John Castaneda, and I think he can do it. I don't even see odds in this one. It's a fight. This card's not as good as I thought it was. Anyway, Chris Gutierrez, 29-28 decision. Maybe gets finished at late, but I doubt it. Chris Gutierrez, let's go with him. I did not know I guess he moved up. Anyway, yeah. Let's not spend too much time on this fight. Chris Gutierrez gets a dub decision. All right. This is a rough one. Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick. Battle of the who's getting cut first bout. I guess I'll go with Matt Schnell. I don't think Jimmy Flick has the power to sleep Schnell. Like, he's been getting knocked out and slept. I think he's lost 3 straight all by finish. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5 he's lost by. 4 out of 5 he's lost, and they've all been by finish. He's fighting crazy competition. Steve Erceg, Suman Dwergy, the crazy fight with Suman Dwergy, Brendan Royval, Nicolas, lost Cody Durden. Yeah, Jimmy Flick, I haven't seen him in a minute. I remember he got knocked out by, that was a while ago, Charles Johnson when he got lost to Nate Maness. 2024, losing to Nate Maness. Yeah, don't have any confidence in that, and I don't think the odd makers do either. Nat Schnell, minus 290. I'm going to go with him. Cut them both after this. I mean, this is pretty much both fighting for the job. I think I just saw it. I already forgot. Jimmy Flick, I think, lost 3 straight, something like that. Battle like 0-3, 4 out of 5, they lost, whatever it is. Yeah, Matt Schnell. I don't think Jimmy Flick has that finishing capability to drop him, get a sub, something like that. I think Matt Schnell, hopefully, that's the last few fights. He changes something up, comes out, does something different, maybe get a finish. I don't know. Both 35 on the end of their career. Flyweight, looking rough. Battle of the Unks out here. Sure, Matt Schnell, decision. Yeah. Card looking a little shit. Now I'm looking deeper right now. Some fun fights though. Looking more on the main card. Here we are with the main card. Speaking of, Ikram Aliskerov. How to repronounce that? Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. Huge favorite. Another huge favorite in Ikram. I think he gets it done as well. Andre Muniz been looking kind of shit. I know he was a hot prospect there for a minute, but he's 35 now. He beat Jaqueline. And, sub Jaqueline, which is huge. Yeah, great. That was like 5 years ago now. Feels like it. Probably wasn't. But ever since then, lost, I don't even know how many. 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5, something like that. Who knows? Ikram finishing his last one, Robert Whitaker. I mean, huge step up in competition. I know people were picking Ikram. Yeah, I think Ikram can do it. I think he'll keep on the feet. I don't think Andre Muniz is going to be able to get a takedown on him. Really hard to get taken down. Ikram is. Those fight with Hamzat, proves that. Hamzat's having trouble taking this dude down. Andre Muniz ain't going to do it. Ikram keeps on the feet. I think he pieces up Muniz. I think he's a better striker, more powerful. Probably learned something from that Roberto loss. I think that was in July of last year. Something like that. Muniz, I don't remember the last fight he had. I'm good. Not going to look into that. But yeah, I'm going Ikram Aliskerov. I think later round, probably second, third round finish. I think he keeps the fight on the feet, doesn't get taken down, and just pieces up Andre Muniz for 2 rounds, get the finish, maybe third round finishes him. Yeah, that's how be the start for the main card. Let's go up to the next fight. We're looking at Randy Brown versus Nicolas Dalby. Eesh, Nicolas Dalby, 40 years old. This is one of those fighters that, like, he's really fun, but then he kind of wish he got in the UFC earlier or whatever the case is. He's got more fights in before he got too old. That's kind of what it is with Nicolas Dalby. He's 40 years old now. And I think he had like a run there when he was just beating like... Yeah, he just like went like 4 straight. 5, maybe might have been even more than that. That's all I'm looking at. But yeah, I think he gets caught here. He's 40. The chin's probably a little soft, you know. I think Randy Brown has good enough striking to be able to do it. He had that close fight with Brian Battle. And yeah, 34, I mean, he's a little bit older, getting up there as well. I think he's probably still has enough in the tank to get a finish here. I wouldn't be surprised if it's early and just catches Nicolas Dalby in one of the first exchanges, something like that. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that might happen. Going Randy Brown, first round KO. I can see something like that. Nicolas Dalby, he's fun, good fighter, just 40, you know, it's about that time. There's a welterweight, right, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, welterweight. It's kind of rough, dog. And then Randy Brown, 6'3", has a reach advantage. I think he's going to find the chin on Dalby, finish him in the first, and just keep that streak going. Well, not streak, he lost the last fight. Some people thought he didn't lose. I don't remember what I thought happened, to be honest. That was a while ago, and it was kind of a shit fight anyway, so, like, who cares, you know? Michel Pereira versus Abus Magomedov. Just the battle of the gas tanks here. Let's see who gasses first. Michel Pereira lost to my boy Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, put the fucking beat down on him, and bro gassed in like 30 seconds of the very first round. Like, what are you doing? I don't know what, like, how. Yeah, it was just crazy watching that fight. He just got beat down. I think he got finished at the end eventually, if I'm not mistaken, by Fluffy. I think they just kind of, yeah, at the 5th round, like, just please end this. Before that, 1, 2, 3, 4 straight up at middleweight. I believe these are all middleweight. He put on that weight finally. He's tired of that tough weight cut. Abus Magomedov, I mean, 2 good wins. It's a close one. If the gas tanks holds up, I go with Michel Pereira. I think he can not catch him, probably just piece him up on the feet a little bit. You know what? I'm going to boost Magomedov. I think he's going to do it. I think he's a big, solid underdog price, plus 130. Looked a little bit better. I know he got beat by Sean Strickland pretty bad, and everyone was like, oh, the hype train's dead, but you know, wasn't really too much hype. I know a lot of people were picking him in like a second fight, which is kind of crazy. Regardless, I'm going to pick him here too. Michel Pereira, I just did not like what I saw in that last fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and just gets a crazy KO and then he's right back up in top 15 talk, like he tends to be. So I'm going to go Abus Magomedov here. Decision. Let's go with that. Who cares? Yeah. I mean, if Michel Pereira comes out when he's like actually was training, I don't know what the hell happened last time. I don't know if he got hurt or what, and doesn't gas in the first minute and some change. I see he can put the beat down on Abus, but I'm not gonna bet on that because of what I saw last time, that despicable performance. But yeah, decision Abus Magomedov. Let's go up to the not the co-main event yet. Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. Is that 6 fights on this main card? 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, 6 fights on this main card. The main card's really fun. The prelim's kind of shit, but hey, is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers here. So I'm gonna watch it because it's somewhat degenerate. David Onama versus Giga Chikadze. Giga's 36. That's kind of rough. Getting a little bit up there for featherweight. David Onama. What is he looking like? What's his record looking like? Oh yeah, he beat Romero earlier, beat JSP, which was rough. I was there at the Nate Landwehr fight, super sick, a lot of fun. Yeah, it was going crazy over there. That was super fun. Anyway, just for that, I'm picking David Onama because he fucking showed out for us over here. I mean, he got his ass beat by Nate Landwehr, but still, fun fight. Yeah, fuck it. David Onama. KO, first round. No, Giga, I mean, actually, you know what? David Onama had that super cringe celebration, that Izzy one he tried to recreate. Fucking, what was that, dog? Now I'm conflicted. I can't. Giga, David Onama. I think I'm leaning David Onama here. Probably decision 29-28. I can see Giga maybe getting the first round, then David Onama kind of comes out, makes some adjustments, and beats him. The only thing is, like, he had a pretty close fight. I think it was Arnold Allen was the last fight. Yeah, I mean, like, he's like fighting good people. Like, he's only losing to really best people. Arnold Allen, Kevin Kidder beat the brakes off of him. Then he beats, Alex Caceres. When's he fighting again? I haven't seen him match up. But beat Edson Barboza, I mean, the 3 years ago still, but that's the only thing. Giga's fighting, when he's losing to Calvin Kattar, Arnold Allen, like the top of the featherweight division. Huge Arnold Allen fan. BT dub. But David Onama, 30, up and comer. Hopefully he's on it. I'm going to go with David Onama. I could see Giga just kind of masterclassing him on the feet. Not masterclass, but, piecing him up on the feet. Keeping him at bay. Does his thing. And yeah, I'm gonna go David Onama, but don't be surprised. Giga, this fight, all these fight cards now are just super flip coin. Who you think's gonna win? Most fights are. Don't bet on the fights, guys. David Onama minus 180. If you do, use code. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have anything yet. David Onama minus 180. I'll take him by decision 29-28. I feel it's gonna be a close decision by Onama, or it's gonna be a clear Giga 30-27. Just piece him up for 3 rounds. But I'm going to go David Onama. Yes, let's do that. Decision 29-28. Anthony Smith versus Mingyang. I don't know. Zhang Mingyang. This is a rough one for Anthony Smith to go out on. Ooh. I don't think Anthony Smith is 6'4" either. 36 just is going to get smoked here. This is rough fight. I mean, it's definitely winnable. I mean, I can see Zhang just gassing out after the first round after beating Anthony Smith head in and maybe not getting a finish and then gassing or something like that. We'll see. It's happened before, like that Ryan Spann fight when Ryan Spann was just beating his ass and they just stopped for some reason. The second one, I think it was. Anyway, Zhang Mingyang, I mean, I'd be dumb not to pick him by like first round uppercut, sending his head flying into the nosebleeds or something like that. That's what I'm going to pick. Zhang Mingyang, first round KO. Anthony Smith, last fight, Lionheart, shout out. Yeah. It's a rough one, guys, for him to go out on. He's not 6'4". Anyway. Yeah, I just think he's going to get knocked out here. Like, this is just a hell of a fight to go out on. Rough one to go out on. UFC, I don't know who he pissed off. Not the UFC, but I think he's lost. Actually, let's see how many he's lost. Let me convince someone to vote for to bet on Anthony Smith. 3 of 5. That Vitor Petrino, not Victor, right? Yeah, Vitor Petrino dub was something. I don't know what that dude was thinking. But that's, I mean, like, apart from fighting someone with like a 2 IQ, like he's getting just beat. Like Roman Dolidze coming up, I think it was short notice to 205 and losing to him. Yikes. Dominic Reyes, shout out. I picked against him, but did I? I did, but he fucking proved me wrong 2 weeks ago, not last week. All right, quit the yapping. Zhang Mingyang. Yeah, KO, first round. Just bet the house. Just kidding. But yeah, that's my pick, Zhang Mingyang. Just a rough retirement fight for Anthony Smith. They're just not doing him any favors. 38-21. What a record. Ugh. Anyway, main event time. This is a really good main. I'm really, really excited for this main event. This should be really fun. Garry versus Carlos Prates. It's a good one. Makes up for the rest of the card. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I've been thinking about this a lot. All right. I can see Garry thinking, okay, the smart thing is come out, shoot a takedown. We haven't seen Prates on the ground. He's 21-6. I don't know what his losses are, Carlos Prates. I imagine it's someone taking him down and keeping him there. But then, because do not stand on the feet with him, Garry. You're gonna get slept. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think Carlos Prates, if he stands up, if they stand up on the feet, he's gonna catch Garry at some point in this fight and put him to sleep. But if Garry's smart, he's gonna be like, let me not stand with this dude who has one-shot KO power and let me take him down. That would be the smart thing to do. Is he gonna do that? Maybe. I see some people talking about, keep him against the fence the whole time, which would be smart. But I feel like Carlos Prates has really good Muay Thai, especially in the clinch. He might be able to do some work there. I think his best bet for Garry is to take him down. The thing is, like John Silva, part of the Fighting Nerd stuff, John Silva showed really good takedown defense against Bryce Mitchell. He did get taken down in that first round, but for the rest of that, he was doing really good takedown defense. I think Carlos Prates, I don't know if you have seen Prates, unless that's how you pronounce it, I don't know the correct way. Anyway, Carlos Prates, I think he might have really good takedown defense too. Like, I think he's training with Kyle Brallo, who's mostly a grappler, and they've been training and drilling and learning how to stuff takedowns. I feel like they're primarily strikers first. Well, most of them are, so except Cow, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. The middleweight dude. I can't pronounce the name. But with that said, I don't think he's going to be able to land the takedowns. He might get one or two, but I feel like Carlos Prates is going to get back on his feet and just piece him up on the feet. Gary's going to be smart. He's going to be tentative, trying to read it and everything. And at some point, Carlos Prates is like, bro, what am I doing here? I have the touch of death. Let me put this dude to sleep. And he's going to be able to do it. I can see it being later around. Garry's going to be super tentative, just kind of really close, trying to analyze and pick him apart and do all this stuff. Masterclass. And I hear him saying all this stuff. That only works so much. At some point, you got to fight. And I feel like Carlos Prates just knows how to get in there and find that shot. I think he's going to do it. I think it's going to be a later round TKO. Maybe not a TKO. Maybe, probably a TKO. I don't know if he'll just sleep him like that, like he's done to like everyone else. But Carlos Prates has just unreal power. Like the shot he knocked out Neil Magny with was just insane. Like, I had to rewatch it so many times because I'm like, what did he hit him with? Because it didn't look that hard. But not Prates. Magny just went to sleep. Yeah. So I'm going Carlos Prates. Third round, fourth round, KO, TKO, something like that. Hell, he might surprise. He might sub Garry, because Garry is always talking about being the guy on my ground game's even better. I can't do accents or anything, impressions. How his ground game's even crazier than his stand-up. Stand-up's not too crazy. He did almost sub Shavkat, but we'll see. Carlos Prates, third round, TKO, something like that. Should be a really fun one. I'm really excited for it. I'm going to try and be streaming it this weekend. If you guys want to come watch that, I'll be here. Maybe, hopefully, probably. We'll see. But yeah, Carlos Prates, third round, fourth round TKO. And just keeps the Fighting Nerds going. Super hot right now. That camp is insane. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Bye. Let me hit this end now.